All right, welcome to the Illinois Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Just a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions that are happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions as well. And lastly, this presentation is being recorded, and that recording will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Illinois. And now I'd like to go ahead and turn things over to our presenters, starting with Southeast Missouri State University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brooke Lockhart, and I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions here at Southeast Missouri State University. We are located about 2 hours south of St. Louis, and we are in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, which is the biggest city between St. Louis and Memphis. On this slide, you can see that we have just under 11,000 students. We have over 145 majors, and our average class size is 30 to 35 students. We are a Division I Ohio Valley Conference championship school. We actually took home 5 conference championships last fall or last academic year. So you can see that our women really cleaned it up. But our athletics being Division I is something that it's very fun to participate in. And we do have a lot more sports than just was on this list. We also have a lot of organizations, so you can truly find your flock here at Southeast Missouri State University. We have over 200 student organizations. We have over 70 study abroad opportunities as well, so things to do inside the classroom and outside of the classroom. We also offer Greek organizations, and transfer students are eligible to join Greek organizations. That is a question that we do get quite frequently, and transfer students are more than welcome. We have over 18 residence halls and 16 dining facilities, so lots of places to live and learn on campus. And depending on where you are in your transfer, you may not need to live on campus or may not be required to live on campus, but we do have a lot of options. We have your traditional community style, we also have suite style, and we have expanded our private options, especially this year due to the pandemic. This slide shows a few of our dining options on campus. So some that you may be familiar with are Panda Express, Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, and Subway. We then also have a few other options as well. We have some dining facilities located in our residence halls, but not every residence hall has a dining facility in it. We have 5 colleges, so we are made up of 5 different colleges within our university, and I'm just going to briefly run through these. We have the Harrison College of Business and Computing, which is just like it sounds, all of our business programs and our computer science and cybersecurity. We have the Holland College of Arts and Media. I will say that we are the only university in the state of Missouri to have a campus entirely dedicated to the arts. And we're also the only university in the state to be accredited in all 4 areas of the arts. So that's art, dance, music, and theater. And then our mass media falls under this college as well, and they also have national accreditation. We then have the College of Education, Health, and Human Studies. So this is where all of our education preparation programs fall. Our nursing programs are here. And as you can see on that screen, we are an Apple Distinguished Education Program, which is really big for us. We were nominated by Washington, D.C. for our use of technology in the classroom. And we have 100% nursing licensure pass rate. So that means 100% of our nursing students are passing the NCLEX and becoming registered nurses. We then have the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. So as you can see on this screen, there are a lot of different options within social work, historic preservation, and then we are also the only university in the nation, so in the entire country, to participate in a week-long CSIS program, which CSIS stands for the Center for Strategic and International Studies. So that's a really unique opportunity that we have for our students. And then last but not least, we have the College of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. Brand new for us this fall is our professional pilot program, but you can see that we do have a lot of other national accreditations. And again, this is our STEM college, so all of your sciences, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So what will a degree from Southeast do for you? On the screen, you can see all of the places that our graduates have worked and are working currently. So there's some big names on this screen. And furthermore, you'll see that 97% of alumni are employed in their industry or attending graduate school 1 year after graduation. So here's the stuff everybody really wants to know. Here are our transfer scholarships. We do have a transfer academic scholarship. If you have a 3.5 transfer GPA, you will automatically get a $2,000 scholarship as long as you're meeting those application deadlines. If you are a member of Phi Theta Kappa, that will get you an additional $500. And then if you are planning to live on campus and you have a 3.25 transfer GPA, you could get $1,000 towards your housing. Then for all of our out-of-state transfers, we have the Red Hawks Achievement Award, and you just need a 3.0 transfer GPA, and basically that is the value of that award is the difference between in-state and out-of-state tuition. All of these are automatic based on your application and require no separate application for it. Here is a quick snapshot of our total overall cost. So if you are an out-of-state student, but you're getting that Red Hawks Achievement Award, you can see those first two columns are going to match because you're going to be paying in-state tuition. So you can see that our cost for in-state tuition is just under $18,000, and that is before any other scholarships apply. To apply, you apply online, you have no application fee, and you just have to submit all of your official transcripts. And we encourage you to visit us. So we have visit days and personal tours Monday through Friday. And if you have any questions, you can take a quick screenshot of my contact information. Thanks.
Great. Thank you, Southeast Missouri State University. Next up, we've got Olivet Nazarene University.
Great, thank you. I will just share my screen. If I can find that. Hello, my name is Laura Dreyer, and I am, let me put this into slideshow format. I'm sorry, guys. Oops. Sorry about that. Let me go back into that. I am the transfer coordinator here at Olivet Nazarene University. And today, I'm sorry, guys, I'm just going to talk. My PowerPoints aren't coming up. So Olivet Nazarene University is a private university here in Illinois. We're located in Bourbonnais, Illinois, and that is about an hour south of Chicago, just to give you a reference of where we're going. And let's see if I can get that. Yes. Okay. Can you guys see my screen? Hopefully. And
oh, you're not sharing.
You're not sharing. I'm sorry. Let me go back in. And now I don't think you can see it now. Sorry. I'll unshare. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, so we're about an hour south of Chicago. We have about 5,000 students. That includes about 2,500 to 3,000 students on campus. And then we also have an online school and graduate students as well. So right now, I just want to let you know, our campus has been open for the entire year. And we've been very safe with COVID protocols. We are now doing the saliva testing for every student, staff member, and as well as the faculty. And so we're I think like at a point between a 0.1 and 0.2% positive rate, and those students are isolated right away on campus. So it's very safe to come visit us. We are, like I said, we're open. We do all the protocols. You should be very safe to come visit us. We actually did launch this year what's called our Veritas program, and that's for students that didn't feel comfortable coming to campus, that they could take some gen eds online. And most of those students are coming to campus within a semester or two. Just to give you a little bit of background about us, we started in 1907, and let's see. So we started back in 1907. We've been around obviously over 100 years. We've had over 41,000 graduates, and last year we graduated 619 people with their bachelor's degree, 613 people with their master's degree, and 24 people with their doctorate degrees. We offer 140 areas of study, and we also boast a 96%, actually I think it's a little above that now, career outcomes within 6 months of graduation. Some of our alumni include, it's actually the founder of Ticketmaster. I thought that was really interesting. We have somebody working in the Secret Service in the White House. So there are people working all over, a lot of Disney employees. So we do have some distinguished alumni. We do take up to 82 transfer credits. And that offers, then we also, it's 120 credit hours to graduate, which is along the lines of what's required in Illinois. Our transfer scholarships range from $15,500 to $19,500 per year. And that's based on your collegiate GPA, also on your amount of credit hours. So if you have a 3.5 GPA and you have 19,500 credit, or I'm sorry, you have over 31 hours, you would get 19,500 each year. Those are renewable, as well as Phi Theta Kappa students automatically are eligible for an additional 2,000. So resources for you, just to let you know, our FAFSA code, and we can put this in the chat, is it's 001741. This FAFSA code, obviously you can fill that out on the FAFSA you want to do. I think it's the 2022 FAFSA now. We also have a free application which we can put in the chat. It's www.olivet.edu/apply. We will do a free evaluation of your transcripts and a free financial aid evaluation. You will have full-time student status in regards to financial aid, and over 99.5% of our students receive some sort of aid package. Also, I said we are open for visits. We can put our link for visits in the chat. It's www.olivet.edu/schedule a visit and schedule a -visit. And you can come, you can do a virtual campus visit or a physical campus visit. Both of them offer the same thing. You can meet with an advisor, you can take a campus tour, and you can meet with your financial aid counselor, as well as meet with a member of faculty. If you're in sports or music, you can meet with a member of those departments as well. My contact information, which I can put in the chat for you, is Laura Dreyer. It's LJ Dreyer, DREYER @olivet.edu. Or you can also contact Tiffany Houlihan, TMHOLOAHAN @olivet.edu. We'd be happy to talk to you. Fun fact about our school is we have the second highest climbing wall in the United States, a collegiate climbing wall in the United States. We have the only school that beats us is Texas A&M. Thanks so much, and sorry about my technical difficulties, guys.
All right, thank you, Olivet Nazarene University. Next up, we have Rockhurst University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Russell Shoemaker, and I am the transfer counselor at Rockhurst. Let me share my screen real quick. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Rockhurst has been around since, well, we've been around quite a long time. So we've been around since 1910. We are a Jesuit university. We are a private university. We have about 3,000 students in total. About half of those students are undergraduate students, and then A smaller portion of those students are actually transfer students. It's a little higher than 60. I think last semester it was about 75, and this before that it was a little closer to 90 transfer students. So you wouldn't be the only transfer students coming in. You'd have a lot of peers around you. We do have 70 different programs. We do have NCAA Division II sports, and we have a beautiful green campus located in Kansas City. So it is just a really beautiful campus, but also very close to a really fun and interesting city in Kansas City. So like I mentioned, we are a Jesuit university. If you don't know what that is, don't worry. I didn't know what it was either. I used to work for a school in Boston, and I would walk by Boston College every day. I didn't realize that that was a Jesuit university. But basically, it is just a really wonderful teaching or learning experience that you don't necessarily have to be Catholic to, come to. Only about 50% of our students are actually Catholic. Really excuse me, wrong slide. So we have, of course, 3 different colleges within our college or within our university. We have the College of Arts and Sciences, we have the College of Business, and the College of Health and Human Services. But we recently just merged with St. Luke's University, which is a really wonderful nursing program. So our students are eligible to enter the BSN program or the RN program through Rockhurst and finish out their degree at St. Luke's. So we've merged, but we're still kind of keeping things separate. Right now, they're off campus. They're only maybe like a mile away, but in 2022, they will be right on campus. So it'll be in the heart of the whole Rockhurst campus. It'll be great. So the one thing that I think really sticks out about Rockhurst and that really stuck out to me was just the sort of pursuit of leadership in everything that you do in all your courses and everything really. So we want you to become a leader in your field of study, in your field of job, or even just like personally become a leader, because there's not one way to be a leader, but we want you to find that path forward. So that can mean that you're getting involved in student groups. That can mean that you are wanting to be a business manager of some sort, or it can mean that you go into a nonprofit and you want to support people. But that leadership is really the heart of this whole education. So that means that we're also really wanting you to do service work too, right? So we actually keep track of your service hours. You don't have to do service work to graduate, but almost every student does. In a normal year, you're going to be doing service immersion trips overseas or even in other states. This year, we've got it close to home, obviously, but there's plenty of opportunities for you to get involved. Oops. Okay, so another really great thing about Rockhurst is just the fact that the students and the faculty feel so great about the education experience here. So, about 90% of both faculty and students feel like they're getting a worthwhile education. They feel like their students are listening to them. And I think that really plays out in the postgraduate placement rate and, just all the other stats that we've accumulated over the years. So we are a really wonderful business college if you want to go into, an MBA program after you graduate. And then 23%, our students are receiving a 23% higher median salary after they graduate, which is, I think, really wonderful. So in order to apply, it's real simple. You don't have to pay an application fee. You don't have to submit your college or your high school transcripts unless you have less than 24 college credit hours. You don't need to submit your ACT or SAT, anything like that. We do recommend that you submit a letter of recommendation and a personal statement, but it's not required. So that is something to consider. We do accept up to 66 credits from a community college and even more from a university. I think it's around 72. And you can actually get on our website to look at the transfer wizard to see what courses might transfer over. You do have to have a C or higher in each one of those courses, but we're pretty good about transferring over as many as possible. We're also really great with associates programs. So if you have your associate degree, it's most likely that you're coming in, which is great. So these are our scholarships. Like I said, we are a private university, so we're about $38,000, $39,000 a year, which is pretty expensive. but we have very wonderful scholarships to kind of make up for that. So these are specific to transfer students. So if you're a PTK member, automatically you just have to show your membership. You have a $24,000 scholarship, which is wonderful. All the way on down, you can see those. There's also other sorts of scholarships, athletic-based, Hawk Fund, Need Fund, lots of things you can get involved in. And this is my contact information. So go ahead and take a screenshot of that and reach out to me if you have any questions at all. Thanks.
Great, thank you, Rockhurst University. Next up, we've got the University of Missouri, St. Louis.
Hi, how are you? How are you guys doing? My name is Joanne Glenn, and I am the student recruitment specialist at the university here in AMSL. And let me share my screen really quick. Okay. So fast facts about AMSL. AMSL was founded in 1963. We actually are one of the largest public universities here in St. Louis, Missouri. We offer undergrad and grad and certificate programs as well. And the average class size is about 27 students as well. So you can have an idea, our undergraduate enrollment is 13,812 students. Our student profile, we are very known by our diversity. We have students from 49 states and 78 countries, which means that if you're taking a class in AMSL, you're may be able to meet students from Japan, from India, from Russia, and meet new friends and new people. And then actually 94% of the students who graduate from AMSL, they get a job within 6 months of graduating, which is a big deal for us. And the average starting salary for AMSL grads starts at $44,000. So the academic experience, we have more than 50 majors to choose from. If you don't know, you don't have an idea yet, I would suggest go to the AMSL website and then just browse and see which major you're interested. We also have study abroad opportunities, and actually you can go abroad even in the fall. So I just suggest to start considering. We have great scholarships for studying abroad that even can pay even less tuition than studying here in St. Louis, Missouri as well. We are very proud of the criminology and criminal justice programs at AMSL. Our business program is one of the best ones. It ranked actually top 25 nationally for the last 16 years. And our nursing program is a great one for incoming freshman students and transfer students as well. And AMSL certifies the most teacher in the state of Missouri. We also have a joint program with Washington University for engineering students, which means that you are taking classes at Washington University, paying the AMSL class. Those classes are taught by Washington University faculty. You're using their labs, so it's another great program that we have for you at AMSL. And I know, especially with COVID now, we have 100% online programs in very majors, from business administration, chemistry, marketing, you name it, we have it as well. We have also the Pure Leglett Honors College, which is our tie-dye community within AMSL. It's a small liberal art atmosphere school. They're writing and discussion based, so you don't like test taking, and you're good at writing essays and discuss with your peers. This will be a good place for you. Once you get accepted, you get a scholarship from $500 to $3,000 for sure. So this is another good thing to consider when coming to AMSL. Get involved. Actually, this is one of my favorite slides, because actually now with COVID, we have changed the way we interact with the students, and everything is online. We have 144 student organizations. So if let's say you're interested in engineer, we have engineering student association. You're interested in nursing, we have a nursing student association. So just get involved and get to know new people. We have future diversity events, each cultural history month, and much more for you. The student life, we have the Recreation and Wellness Center, which is amazing, state-of-the-art facilities, gym, rock climbing, zip lining, aquatics. We also have the 2 Hill Performing Arts Centers, which we have famous guests that students can get in there for no fee or a small fee. And we have sports as well, and AMSL that's in 17 NC Division athletics teams as well. So you say, hey, Joanny, I'm ready to apply. To go to amsl.edu/admissions. We are waiving the application fees. It costs you nothing to apply. We will need your official transcripts as well. And the requirements as a transfer student is 24 credits or more of post-high school college, and you need to have a 2.3 average GPA for transfer work. And then as well, you can request your transcript from your institution or from the National Clearinghouse and send it to admissions@amsl.edu. And here's the cost of attendance The first charges for annual tuition and fees for Missouri and Illinois residents for 30 credit hours, and we also have for non-residents. And the bottom charges if you're interested in our housing and meal plan as well. We have those for you too. Financial aid scholarship, this is really important. We have great scholarships, automatic scholarship. We have the ones that they're competitive scholarships as well, which are, we have 3 transfer scholarships available for you depending on your GPA as well. You don't need to do an extra application. When you're applying to AMSU, you're applying to those scholarships. And these are, we have 4 scholarships too for non-resident students as well. And you have any questions about the application, how to start our program, please take a screenshot of my name. And again, my name is Joanny Glenn. My email is askjoanny@amstel.edu. And this is my work cell phone number. So you want to reach out to me with any questions, I'm available for you. Thank you.
All right, thank you, University of Missouri St. Louis. Next up, we've got University of Colorado Boulder.
Hi, everyone. Let me just get to sharing my screen. Can you all see it okay? Okay, let me just one moment. So hello, my name is Marlene Aramburo, and I'm a transfer admission counselor at CU Boulder. I also have my colleague with me today. Her name is Jessica Drella. She's a pre-transfer advisor. Hopefully we have time for her to kind of explain how she helps prospective transfer students. Yeah, here at CU Boulder, we always tell students that like the Be Boulder definition is really about what students want to become. It's not just about what they want to study, where they will live in the city of Boulder, but who they kind of grow up to be during their college career. And we obviously try to find ways to facilitate these different academic, personal, and community opportunities for students. At CU, we really encourage students to customize their education. We provide over 100 majors, 50 plus minors, concurrent enrollment programs, and certificates, again, to just kind of allow students to pick and choose their different academic interests and hopefully mix them with some of their passions as well. Next, I want to go over our different colleges, schools, and programs within the University of Colorado Boulder. We have 8 total. The first and largest college at CU is the College of Arts and Sciences. This houses the majority of our majors in humanities and arts, social sciences, and natural sciences as well. And we have some of the top programs in the nation within this college. Our College of Engineering and Applied Science is one of our most popular. The most popular majors within this college would be aerospace engineering, chemical, and environmental. An interesting fact is we do receive funding from NASA for the aerospace engineering program. So there's a lot of great research opportunities within not only this college, but also all of our other colleges. Our Lead School of Business is also one of our more popular schools. It has a lot of great opportunities, in the classroom, but also outside of the classroom, whether it's study abroad or just going to business conferences around the US. So they provide a lot of great resources for their students. Our College of Media, Communication, and Information, CMCI for short, since it's a mouthful, also really encourages their students to do a lot of hands-on activities with their majors. And we have student media outlets within this college that enable students to do so. We have also our program in environmental design with a lot of creative space for students to create, and they also get to present to people in the community, even people in the professions, which is really cool. We also have the College of Music, 30 plus alumni and faculty with Grammy nominations and awards. So just something we like to kind of add there. Great school. Our School of Education, as you can see, very focused on helping their students. 100% of recent graduates were employed within 6 months of graduation. And then last but not least would be our program in exploratory studies. So this is a relatively new program that allows students who are still exploring different degrees to kind of go based off their interests. They'll work with an academic advisor to choose a major and eventually do an internal transfer to the first choice school. And then, so besides academic opportunities, there's also a lot of opportunities to go out and explore the city of Boulder. We have our the Flatirons in our backyard, we say the Rocky Mountains are about a 1 hour drive. So a lot of beautiful places outdoors to get out and explore. A lot of students like to transfer to Colorado also because of the skiing and snowboarding opportunities. And as you can see, we're a very outdoorsy type of city. So these are the different places on campus and around the city of Boulder that students can explore. But, you know, we also understand that students go to college to get a career eventually, and we do provide the resources to help students enter the workforce with confidence. The median starting salary for CU Boulder students is $55,000, and then the median career salary is 6 figures. So that's kind of reassuring for our students. And then 92% of recent CU Boulder graduates were employed, joined the military, or were accepted into their top grad school within 6 months of graduation. And 74% of our students have been admitted into their first choice grad school. These are just some of the companies that our students intern with or get a job with after graduation. I just want to go over the application process. If students are interested, this is the transfer application. This is where you will find it on our colorado.edu admissions website. So, you know, the next step would be to submit an application, submit required documents would be transcripts, and then an application fee, but we're always happy to waive that if students just reach out to an admissions counselor. These are the different checklist items for the application. We only require ACT or SAT scores for students who have less than 24 college credits, but if you have more than 24 college credits, then students don't need to worry about submitting that. These are some deadlines that I just want to I want to move quickly through them, but we do have our June 1st deadline coming up, which would be for the fall 2021 semester. We also did extend the early notification and summer deadline to March 16th, since in Colorado, we are having a snow day today. So we want to allow students to kind of have time to submit and ask any questions that they have. And then the tuition guarantee basically means that whenever students start at CU Boulder, their tuition will remain the same for up to 4 years. So it's not going to go up. Even if it goes up for any incoming students, it will not rise for the students who are already at CU Boulder. Some important financial dates. So, you know, completing a FAFSA application as soon as possible, but the deadline is October 1st, or that's actually when it opens up. The deadline is June 15th. Our CU Boulder application is also now available to students who have applied. And it's a general application where students can qualify for a variety of scholarships. And it's really good to get that completed. And then we also have our—
I'm sorry, University of Colorado Boulder, but I have to move on to the next presenter now.
Sounds
sorry,
good.
but thank you so much for the presentation. Yep. And then next up, we've got Prescott College. Okay, you're muted.
Thank you. So my name is Kay Boyle, and I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions at Prescott College. We are located in Prescott, Arizona, about an hour and a half from Flagstaff, the Grand Canyon, and Phoenix. So we're very centrally located in the high desert of Arizona. We are a small liberal arts college that is focused in environmental studies and sustainability, as well as social justice. So some of our areas of study include adventure education, interdisciplinary studies, psychology and human development, and sustainable food systems. It does look, out of those 11 different areas of study, it does look like we are pretty limited, but we really aren't, because we don't have like the one size fits all degree that a lot of schools have. So if you're studying adventure education and another person is studying adventure education, you will actually have 2 different degree plans, and you'll actually craft those with your academic advisor and your faculty mentor. So they will actually create a unique degree plan that is meant for you. All of our programs do have an experiential component. So as entry education, about 90% of your education is actually going to be in the field, while something like psychology and human development, that's going to be closer to around 70% of your education. We do offer a Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and a Bachelor of Fine Arts for our on-campus undergrad programs, and we do offer an accelerated master's degree program for all of our areas of study. Additionally, I do want to mention that all of these areas of study, we do offer online options for them as well, including adventure education, which a lot of people would be surprised by that. Some of our program highlights, we do have exceptionally small class sizes of about 14 students. We like to joke that we have more vans than we do classrooms, which is actually true. So our 15-seater vans actually move students from campus to wherever they're going to go for their experiential component of that class. We have an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio, so you will get to know your other students and faculty members very, very well, and you work together closely with all of them. We have about 350 on-campus undergraduate students at any given time, bringing in about 110 students each fall. 45% of them are transfer students, actually. We offer 2 different types of orientation, wilderness or community-based, and we do a 4x4 block schedule. Orientation, like I said, we offer 2 different orientations. One's wilderness-based orientation and the other is community-based. Most of our students do choose to do wilderness-based orientation, which is a 21-day backpacking experience through the Arizona backcountry. The very first week of classes that you are on campus, you'll be packing for that. You'll be meeting your other students that are in the groups, meeting your facilitators, and then packing both the backpack that you're going to be using initially and then a bag for resupply at the 10-day mark. So that's really exciting opportunity, and it's meant for all students. So whether you have a ton of experience, being outdoors, or if you are a novice, it's built around both of those students. Our community-based orientation is based in Prescott. So you'll be doing service projects in the area. There are several day trips that you'll take, but primarily you'll be working on service projects in Prescott itself. What's really important to mention is that the wilderness orientation is actually a prereq for a lot of our classes, including sea kayaking, hiking, backpacking, mountain climbing, all of those things. You would need that wilderness orientation in order to take those classes. Some of our sample classes, Grand Canyon semester, which is pretty self-explanatory. You're in the Grand Canyon for a semester. A US-Mexico border studies, you're actually going to be down in Tucson at our Tucson Center. Whereas like sea kayaking and marine, that would actually be in our Keno Bay Center in Keno Bay, Mexico, which we own and operate. So it's actually no additional cost. There's no extra tuition or anything to take part in that program. And then of course, like foundations of education, those are for all of our education students, whether that be high school education, elementary, environmental education, or special education. All of those would take that foundations of education's course. We do offer on-campus housing, so there are multiple options available. We have cottages available, which are just converted houses. And then we do have a LEED Platinum certified townhouse available that is called The Village. So 8 people live in a townhouse, and that really is the spectrum between new college students, transfer students, returning students. All of those students will live in The Village. It just really is based on your application for housing. Service animals are welcome, and then also free parking is available. On this page, I do want to also mention we do have a meal plan. We have a cafe that it caters to vegetarian, vegan, nut-free, gluten-free, basically any type of dietary restrictions you have, it does cater to that. And we do use locally sourced foods, and all of our meat is smoked behind the building. So everything is very, very locally sourced. Finally, for admissions and scholarships, we do offer a free application for all of our students. You can do that through our website or through the Common App. So prescott.edu/apply, or just go to our website and the application button is right at the top right corner. Our requirements are an essay where you reflect on your past academic experiences and your academic goals. Transcripts. So we do require a 2.0 GPA minimum, and we can, for admissions purposes, we can use a self-reported GPA or an unofficial transcript, but we would need your official transcript upon enrollment. Finally, we do need a reference, and that is just somebody who can speak to your academic potential. So whether that's a boss, whether that's a counselor or a former instructor or teacher, all of those are really great options. Finally, we do have application-based scholarships. So every single student coming into Prescott College would get a scholarship. For transfer students, that's up to $19,000 per year. And that is renewable for every year that you're actually at Prescott College. So it's a really substantial amount toward your education. So any questions, of course, you can always reach out to me. Again, K Boyle, and it's just k.boyle@prescott.edu.
All right, thank you so much. So we've gotten through all the presentations. We've got about 5 minutes left by my clock. So I'm just going to want to ask all of our presenters to go ahead and turn their cameras back on so that we can do a little round robin Q&A here. So I'm going to pull up a question on my screen. We'll just have everyone kind of take a second to give an answer. So the question is, what advice would you give someone going through the transfer process? And why don't we go ahead and start with Southeast Missouri State University and move down the line?
So my best piece of advice would be to get connected with the school that you're wanting to transfer to as early on as possible. So it's definitely worth it to contact a transfer counselor at that school, someone in the admissions office to see what resources are available, application deadlines, admission information, but don't be scared to reach out. And it's never too early. It's never too early to contact the school that you are wanting to transfer to.
Well, I guess I'll just piggyback off of Brooke. I think you gave an excellent tip there is, yeah, get in touch with somebody as soon as possible. What I always tell students is if it's free to apply to a school and you're looking at a few schools, apply, because then, you can get your transcript evaluated and know exactly where you stand with each school. So you're not guessing, oh, this school will take this many of my classes, this school will let this many of my classes come in. You'll actually know for sure. So that is my advice all the time. If you can apply freely, apply. It might be a little hard to juggle, but at least you have all the information in front of you when you're making that decision.
I'll jump into that. I'm a pre-transfer advisor. I work with Marlene at CU Boulder. And so as both Brooke and Laura said, reaching out early and finding out how credits are going to transfer. Also, one advice I give students to ask is not just how credits transfer, but how they actually apply to your degree program, because often people will say, yes, your credits transfer, but they don't actually help you reach your requirements for your degree program. And that can be a very different answer to that question. So clarifying what you're asking.
Yes, I say one of my biggest advice is just start early, like as Brooke says, and then always AMSU offers an official course evaluation. So if you're not sure how your credits are gonna transfer, I'm here for you. I can do an official course evaluation, and I can tell you how those courses are gonna transfer to AMSU. And then another piece of advice is in the process, I can reach out to your advisor of the department that you're interested in, and then get to know about the degree, what courses you're going to take, what, just so you can have an idea how your program is going to look like.
I mean, everything everyone said was great. I would also add, try to visit the school when you can, when it's safe, or do a virtual tour, or ask if you can talk to some student ambassadors who are also transfer students, because I think really there are a lot of great schools out there, but sometimes it's really about, where you're going to learn the best for your learning style. So really getting involved, reaching out to professors, seeing if it's a good fit for you, because a community college is a little different, or even like another university is.
Echoing what everybody else said, definitely reaching out to your admissions counselor early. It really helps with that whole transfer, where your credits are going to fall and how they're going to help you. I mean, personally, we take up to 90 credits of transfer credits. So really finding out where those are going to fall and how that's going to lay out your degree plan is really unique per each college. And then also exactly what Russell said, getting the opportunity to visit campus, whether that's virtual at this point or anything, check out their events page on every website, every school will have a website dedicated to their events. So whether that's a virtual event or whether that's, a prospective student event, anything like that, getting out in front of those admissions counselors and faculty members and students who are actually putting those on is going to be really beneficial, because you get not only the information that you need, but also a sense of the school and the community based on who's actually presenting at those programs.
Great. Well, thank you so much to all of our presenters. Really, really good advice there. I also want to thank all of you for joining us today. We are at the end now. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. So we'd appreciate any feedback that you might be able to provide on that. Also, this is just one of many sessions being hosted, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions too. And in about a week, you will be able to find this session's recording, as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/Illinois. All right, thanks again.